to be the ministers of that word. Forgive us for what we are about to do. Amen.
You wanted me to tell you when I met somebody? Well, I met somebody. Oh my God!
Get her out of there!
This is my case, Lieutenant.
Man, you're in love with her.
I want to go home yet. I want to keep practicing. I want to keep lifting.
Do you have a handle on what needs to happen for you guys to make the playoffs?
I have no idea, no.
This team got to lose, this team, that team. You like, what?
We got to hope Pittsburgh loses.
A lot of things got to happen.
About 5 or 6 teams.
To me, it's about winning this football game, and when the game's over, then I'll start worrying about everything else.
I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about scenarios.
We don't take care of our business and find a way to beat a great football team.
Then none of this other scenarios even matter.
Nothing can happen if we're still at the school board and we're not even winning our own game.
We control our own destiny.
It's right there in front of us.
Here we are sitting here with a chance to earn our way into the playoffs.
We know all we have to do is win. We win, we win.
That's why we strapping on every day is to get in the postseason and have a chance to go win it all.
Let the chips fall where they fall.
We are alive and kicking.
You never know what can happen.
Don't you just love it when there's NFL football on a Saturday? Well, NFL Game Day morning will scratch your Saturday itch next weekend, noon Eastern time, with a special Saturday installment of the program. We will take you right up till kickoff of Wild Card Weekend. And then on Sunday, we hit the airwaves in our usual time slot at 9 a.m. Eastern time. And we still don't know exactly who will be playing in those wild card games, but for some insight on the Texans vying for one of those slots in the AFC, we turn to Paul Burmeister in Houston. Paul.
Hey, Spiro, good morning. A couple of front page stories here in Houston this morning. Number one, of course, has to do with the Texans' ticket to the postseason. They are in. If they beat the Patriots here today, then they have to have 2 losses from 3 other contenders. Those 3 teams, the Jets, the Ravens, and the Broncos. The kind of below the fold story here in Houston this morning is who's going to be the coach next season. Here's what we know about Gary Kubiak. The last 2 years, they were 8-8. Right now, they're 8-7. If they win against the Patriots today, they'll be 9-7, giving them their first winning season in franchise history. Also, a 4-game winning streak to close the postseason, putting them on the coast or on the cusp of the postseason. Now, all the owner Bob McNair would say is he's done a very good job. We'll see afterward. As for the Patriots, the game is meaningful, just not as meaningful. If they win, they're guaranteed the number 3 seed. If they lose, they open up the possibility of falling down to number 4. Either way, they will host a playoff game next weekend in Foxborough. Now let's go to Miami and say hello to Michael Lombardi.
Good morning, Paul. Unseasonably cool temperatures here in Miami as the Dolphins get ready to play the Steelers, who struggled on the road this year. They're only 2-5. One thing to keep an eye out for, Joey Porter, the linebacker who leads the Miami Dolphins in sacks this year. His contract next season has a $1 million roster bonus due in March. At that point, the Dolphins will have to make a decision. Now, having known Bill Parcells for quite a long time, 33-year-old linebackers and Bill Parcells don't always see eye to eye. So this could possibly be the last game for Joey Porter in a Miami Dolphin uniform, unless, of course, naturally, he might be interested in taking a pay cut. That's all we have here in Miami. We'll send it back to the studio in Spiro.
All right, Michael, thanks. We're going to delve into this game a little bit more deeply later, but some early impressions, guys, on 2 teams that need help. But first things first, they need to win this game.
Exactly. The Texans, you look at them and you say, boy, the Texans, they always find themselves making a late season push. If they just win games in the beginning of the season, and then you think about the Pittsburgh Steelers, I thought they were left for dead. That's all they've done is win 2 games. They beat a really good Baltimore team and the Green Bay Packers, and now they're on the outside looking in. But I like the way Mike Tomlin has his team playing right now.
Yeah, if the Pittsburgh Steelers get in, they're a scary team because they've been there, done that. They are the defending world champions. And like you said, they're a hot team. It's not easy to beat Baltimore and Green Bay back-to-back, especially after that 5-game slump that they were in. And Mike Tomlin got them out of it without Troy Polamalu, without Aaron Smith. And their offense and defense are both ranked in the top 10. That's pretty good for any football team. They've got a chance to get in. If they do, they're scary.
Whenever you got a team that has top 10 defense and offense, you can do a lot of damage. And we're talking about the heart of a champion. And that's what the Pittsburgh Steelers are displaying right now, a heart of a champion, being able to come down the stretch, knowing that any 60-minute game is over. And they found a way to find themselves at week 17 with a chance to get in. I like the Steelers.
Yeah, Miami always plays hard. You know, Bill, in Coach Sproul. He has them playing hard. But, boy, I agree. Hey, Pittsburgh, at this point, having that mindset, they know what it takes. They've gone on the road to get to a Super Bowl. Again, from this point on, I don't know if you want them on your schedule.
Pittsburgh and Miami set to kick off in South Florida, 1 o'clock Eastern time. And right now, let's get a update on injuries. A Bud Light injury alert with Jason La Canfora standing by over on stage 2. Jason.
Spiro, the Ravens have a must-win game in Oakland today. They've been without Ed Reed for 4 weeks now with hip and groin injuries. He's going to be a game-time decision, going to try to work out. Personally, I wouldn't be stunned if he does play. How many reps, we don't know. Another big safety in the news, Troy Polamalu with the Pittsburgh Steelers. As I reported last night, he is out, will not play, will end up missing most of the season with 2 knee injuries. They thought he'd be back for one of these final 3 games, but he just didn't feel right, didn't trust the knee, so he's a no-go. Few other injuries of note. Brian Cushing, Rookie of the Year candidate for Houston. He's expected to play. Been nursing an injury for a few weeks. Ricky Williams, look for him to go for the Dolphins. And Devin Hester to return for the Bears as well. Back to you, Spiro.
All right, Jason La Canfora with the very latest Bud Light injury alert.
Coming up, with perfection in the past, can the Bills spoil the Colts shot at their first ever 15-win season? Our experts tell you how much of Manning the NFL's third-ranked pass defense will see, and if more is actually better for Indy. Plus, if the Jets make the playoffs, it will come on consecutive wins against second-string squads. We ask our guys if it bothers them that teams are giving Gang Green the green light to a postseason berth. Next.
Game Day Morning is brought to you by Lexus. The Lexus December to Remember sales event. Now through January 4th at your Lexus dealer.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event. Now through January 4th. Special lease offers now available on the 2010 IS250.
Ready to unthink the wing? Ow! New KFC Fiery Grilled Wings. Marinated peppers and grilled to seal in the one-of-a-kind taste. It's the only Fiery Grilled Wing, only at KFC.
Whoa. Did you see the tiger, too?
Try 5 wings or a bucket of 20.
Colonel, are you on the hot streak?
Taste the Fiery Grilled Wing side of KFC.
I think number one, the formula is making sure that everybody is clear and you're concise in what the goals are. Keep your head down, keep working at it, and good things will happen. But you're not going to take shortcuts. A winner is someone who's never denied, and he knows that he may come out short on that day, but the next day is going to be a better day, and he's going to come out on top. There's a better time around the corner, and that's what you work towards, day in and day out.
You're a safe driver. Isn't it about time you got paid for being one?
Only Allstate will send you an actual bonus check worth up to 5% of your premium every 6 months you go without an accident. Call an Allstate agent now or 888-329-6972 so you can get the rewards you deserve.
This is not the time to wish you had accident forgiveness.
Now is the time to get accident forgiveness from Allstate. Starting the day you sign up, your rates won't go up just because you have an accident, even if it's your fault. Call 888-329-6972 before you drive again.
This is not the time to wish you had better insurance.
You don't have to skimp on quality protection with Allstate. In fact, drivers who switched from Geico to Allstate saved an average of $473 a year. And you don't have to wait for your current policy to expire. Call 888-329-6972.
Can you afford not to be in good hands?
Listen to every NFL game live online with the new and improved NFL.com Field Pass.
It's up in the air and caught. Touchdown!
Higher quality audio, integrated stats, live chat, and more.
What a play!
You want the NFL? Go to the NFL.
The top college seniors in the nation showcase their talent on the gridiron in the premier college football all-star game. The path to the draft begins with the 2010 Under Armour Senior Bowl. Live January 30th, exclusively on NFL Network.
All I want is NFL Network.
We want to be known as the most physical football team in the NFL. About Belichick, I'm not intimidated by him. He'll probably kick your ass.
Sanchez throws one, touchdown.
I think everybody in the league now realizes that the Jets are real.
He fires deep downfield once again. Got him! Touchdown, Dolphins!
We made that quarterback look like Dan Marino. You're disrespecting the opponent. You're disrespecting the game itself.
A devastating loss for the Jets.
We're obviously out of the playoffs, and that's unfortunate. I never thought we had an opportunity to go to the playoffs. But then you find out that, yes, we do. Manning, Freeney, Reggie Wayne, all those guys will not play. Hold up. That was my wish list for Santa Claus. Hold up. We can only compete against whoever's out on the field. We found a way to win the game. It's right there in front of us. We control our own destiny. So if we win, then we're in the playoffs.
Just 1 week after their head coach counted them out, the New York Jets now control their own destiny in the cutthroat AFC race for the playoffs, with all 4 divisions wrapped up in the AFC. 7 teams vying for 2 wildcard spots. All the Jets have to do is beat the Cincinnati Bengals tonight in the Meadowlands, and they are in. So if the Jets do indeed beat the Bengals and make the playoffs, it basically comes because of consecutive wins against second stringers. Last week's was the Colts, of course, Peyton Manning and company getting sat down in the third quarter. Guys, does it bother you that this team can eventually get into the playoffs because other teams are just essentially laying down? Marshall, start with you.
No, it doesn't bother me not one bit. And when I look at it, I say, boy, they've earned the right. Those teams that are sitting their players and resting, outside of the coach and their decision not to go for perfection, I say, listen, when you earn the right, you play that part of the regular season, you have all the wins, you have the option of going into the playoffs and resting your guys. If that's your decision, you have the right to it. But the Jets, just like the teams that are upset, the Houston Texans, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Miami Dolphins, they had an opportunity. They played the coach early in the year, beat the team, and then the team has to continue to play against a team like the Jets late in the season. The Jets just got the luck of the draw. 2 teams are in early. They don't need to play their guys. They're going to sneak in the back door. We've had this happen many a times in the league.
The thing that's a little bit different this year is I don't know if it's ever happened where a team was given 2 games. Every year it happens where 1 game will give a team a win at the end because somebody's resting. But all of a sudden, it doesn't bother me at all, but I'm sure, like you said, Marshall, it bothers Denver, Baltimore, and Houston, who had to play the Colts full strength. And the Colts are a great team when they play everybody for 60 minutes. The Jets had the luxury of playing Peyton for a half, and that's it. And it might happen again tonight. They might not get the full strength against the Cincinnati Bengals. It really is unprecedented that they were given 2 gifts at the end of the year.
Well, somebody at the scheduling department needs to be slapped because this team feels like the luckiest team on the face of the earth. But, hey, you only can play what's in front of you, and the Jets have just been fortunate that 2 ball clubs don't need these games, and they're going to be benefactors of it. So it can't bother you. I mean, if you're in that position, you're happy. If you're not in that position, you have to go to Miami and go play your game. You have to go out to Oakland and play your game. But the Jets are in a real good spot right now.
And it's hard for us to let it bother us because maybe all of us have benefited from that some kind of way in the past. And the reality is when you look at this football team, when you look at the Jets, it's not a very good football team. So they get in, they've earned, you can't say you're mad about it because they've earned their way. They won other games to get to this point. They've earned that. But the fans, you do have a problem with it for the fans.
Even though they do have the best defense.
And the number 1 rush offense.
And the number 1 rush offense.
They do some good things.
They do some good things. They do some good things, Mike. Not a bad football.
All right, let me take it a step further. Michael, let me take it a step further. Rex Ryan has been tough on his quarterback, calling him out for throwing picks. And among other things, he called him a knucklehead because he didn't slide in Week 13 against the Bills. I know you were animated in the meeting yesterday, Mike.
Absolutely,
Does that bother you?
Absolutely. Now you hit something that bothers me. I understand, and I've always said the most important thing you don't do. You don't go after your head coach, and you don't go after your quarterback. The psyche, you leave it alone. Usually I'm talking to my wide receivers. But that being said, I don't want to hear a head coach going into a playoff game with an opportunity to go to the playoff, because this is a playoff game for the Jets, talking about your quarterback not having the ability to throw the football freely. We got to watch him. We got to make sure. I don't care if you do that privately, but you don't do it publicly and let everyone know we don't have confidence in our quarterback. Absolutely, Rex. Don't tell me how much he talks. This time, he talked too much.
You got the wrong guy because you said Rex. You should have said Ryan.
I mean Ryan.
Because the name is Ryan. You have to understand.
Ryan.
No Ryan walks around with their emotions inside or tucked away. I'm going to let you know exactly what the plan is, and Ryan is running the ship, so get on board or get off. Sanchez, you was a knucklehead. Slide. We brought Joe Girard in. Slide, son. Feet first. Thank you very much. The coach is running the show. Ryan, I love him.
This is just Rex being Rex,
That's
okay?
all.
So he's going to talk to the quarterback just like he talks to the linebacker. Now, is it unusual? Yes. Because typically a head coach will, I don't want to say coddle the quarterback, but there's a certain language that you use when you try to make that guy your leader. Now, he is a rookie, okay? So sometimes you're harder on a rookie to get him squared away. Does he need to learn how to slide? You better believe it. Does he need to get straightened away in some areas? Absolutely. But this is just Rex's way. It's different than Mike Holmgren or Mike Shanahan, the guys that have been coaching quarterbacks all their lives. And keep in mind, Sanchez is still a kid.
I don't know many defensive head coaches that coddle quarterbacks. And I like what Rex did because he is setting a tone for his team. Remember the benching of Kerry Rhodes for his bad play? How do you bench Kerry Rhodes for his bad play but not get on your quarterback Sanchez in front of the rest of the team? You're holding everyone accountable. I didn't see him not just calling him bad names. He's saying, listen, the guy's a knucklehead. We asked him to slide. We brought Joe Girardi in here to show him how to slide. And here's the thing. Listen, you have to set the tone for your team. You're going to coach everyone the same way. You take your quarterback aside and you say, listen, this is what we need you to do. When you don't do it, I have to let everybody know. He's in the New York media market. Those people in New York understand what's going on. Don't disrespect the New York media and not let them know you don't understand what's going on with your quarterback. They're not fools.
Man, you're pushing, though.
The New York media did deem him Sanchez in week 3. To your point, maybe Rex Ryan just bringing the young quarterback back down to normal. We'll find out tonight, prime time, when the Bengals play this team.
Coming up.
Being an offensive coordinator is freaking hard. You got to try playing quarterback sometimes.
Just 114 yards from his sixth 4,000-yard season, the ageless Brett Favre attempts to steer the Vikings back on course against the Giants today. But next, our experts reveal the Big Purple's biggest weakness when NFL Game Day Morning returns.
Introducing a new channel from NFL Network that will change Sunday afternoons forever. This season, NFL Red Zone takes you from game to game for the best moments as they happen live in HD. Get in the zone. NFL Red Zone. Every touchdown from every game. Find out more at NFL.com/RedZoneTV.
There's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can sing that can't be sung. There's nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need.
Wherever you are, you're at the game. Live game day audio of every regular season game and live video of every Thursday night football game on NFL Network. NFL Mobile Live, only from Sprint.
My sons would tell you that that at times I'm the coach in the house, but I know that the difference is that when I'm dealing with my kids, I need to listen and I need to make sure that I understand that way. I'm not so sure that's very much different when I'm dealing with my players. I think you got to listen, you got to hear all the circumstances all the time. You got to be their friend once in a while, but you got to be able to instill discipline also once in a while.
Nothing matches that dentist level of clean. But imagine if you could get that dentist smooth clean feeling every time you brush at home. You can with Oral-B rechargeable brushes. Dentist-inspired cupping action surrounds each tooth to remove up to twice as much plaque as a regular manual brush. The power of a dentist smooth clean feeling every day. Oral-B rechargeable brushes starting at $22. Satisfaction guaranteed. Visit Oral-B.com for details.
He came back for another shot at the playoffs. You can too. NFL.com Fantasy Playoff Challenge is back. It's free. And you could win a trip to Super Bowl 45. You thought the fantasy season was over. Sign up now at NFL.com/fantasy. You want the NFL? Go to the NFL.
Want a 4-star hotel at a 2-star price? Go to Hotwire.com. When 4-star hotels have unsold rooms, they use Hotwire to fill them. So you get them at ridiculously low prices.
HOTWIRE, Hotwire.com.
If you didn't watch NFL Game Day highlights, here's what you missed.
They looked awfully disappointed. That team watched all of that hard work for that undefeated season go away.
NFL Game Day highlights tonight at 7:30, only on NFL Network.
Well, the Colts getting set to kick off just after 1 o'clock Eastern time, and there is Peyton Manning arriving for duty in Indianapolis. Peyton has had a long week answering plenty of questions about how the Colts handled things last weekend. And right now it's time to get the word on the street, presented by National Car Rental as game day morning rolls on towards kickoff. We will begin with NFL.com senior columnist Vic Carucci standing by covering that game for us. And Vic, we'll ask you point blank, and dare we ask the question, how long Peyton Manning will play in this game?
Yeah, the Colts treated last week's game against the Jets as a third preseason game, which means starters come out of the game in the third quarter. That's exactly what happened. Today will be a fourth preseason game for the Colts. Peyton Manning likely to play one series, and then the rest of the starters probably on a removed from the game on a staggered basis.
Vic, does this Colts team still strike fear into the hearts of opponents like we saw earlier in the season with what this team was doing?
I think they do, and I think what we saw last week against the Jets was evidence. As soon as the starters came out of the game, you saw how different this Colts team was, and not the team that had been so dominant in winning 14. I think they remain a very powerful football club, and I think the fact that they are going this preservation route, keeping guys fresh and healthy, makes them a very dangerous team in the postseason. I still like San Diego probably as the best team in the AFC, but the Colts are right there.
NFL.com senior columnist Vic Carucci joining us from there. Let's go to Indianapolis and Vikings radio analyst Pete Burcich, who is covering the Giants and the Vikings today. Pete, Minnesota, losers of 3 of their last 4. What's the pulse of this team from a guy like you who's been around this club all season long?
Well, the pulse here is that it's definitely good to be back home. You're looking at a Vikings squad who hasn't lost a home game all year, but hasn't won on the road since early November. So it's been over 2 months since they've won a game on the road. Now, inside the locker room, I think that they're happy that the national media has been focused on Favre, Childress, and Elbowgate. The underlying issue is the Vikings' inability to make routine plays. We've missed field goals, we missed extra points, haven't been able to intercept balls when thrown to us, missing fumble recoveries. The reason we haven't been winning here is focused on a lot of different guys, and it's a number of different guys not making plays. So to put it on 1 or 2 people, I think, is a mistake. They need to come out here and put an end to all that. They have to play very well as an entire club if they want to have any chance of making a run in the playoffs.
Pete, Elbowgate aside, what does your gut tell you? Is this a Super Bowl contending team right now?
I really think they could be if we can get back to how we were or how the Vikings were in the end of November. But for some reason they've lost that. They just haven't been as tenacious on defense. And again, it's a matter of us just making plays when the opportunities are there. So the blame is easily spread around. We're back at home. They're going to feel good about that. But we got to get this turned around. Now, you look at Adrian Peterson. A lot of people don't think he's been as productive as he was last year, but from a numbers standpoint, pure yardage, total yardage, he's only a little bit off of what he was a year ago. This club may have to do just the opposite of what Arizona did last year, and that's depend more on the pass than on the run going into the playoffs. If we can do that, become efficient, they can get a run in the playoffs, I really think, and make it to the Super Bowl.
All right, the Vikings trying to get back on the course today as they are home for the New York Giants, a team with not much to play for. Kickoff there just after 1 o'clock Eastern time. And that is the Word on the Street presented by National Car Rental. And for more discussion on the Vikings, we toss things over to the guys at the desk. Gentlemen.
Elbowgate, huh? That's a new one. we saw the Vikings lose a real hard-fought Monday night game against the Bears the other night. And, of course, They've lost now 3 out of the last 4, and there's always a lot of reasons why a team might go into a little bit of a slump, guys. But it seems to me that their pass coverage, and I'm talking not just secondary but linebackers, pass coverage is lacking. They're 20th in the league in pass defense, which is really not good enough because they're going to be facing some very good passing teams, and they're last at taking the ball away and giving their offense a short field. The other thing that we know that they do well, Warren, is they sack the quarterback, but lately, in the last month, they only have 5 sacks.
Yes. Whenever you're a defensive line, the biggest thing you have to do, Minnesota is a place where it snows and you get late in the year and you're not able to go out and work on your skills. And as a defensive lineman, there's no job harder in the NFL than rushing the passer because you have to be on your game. You have to have your feet, your hands, your legs, everything coordinated going towards the passer. And when you take away the work that you do in practice, it'll show up in a ball game. And I'm looking at that defensive line, the Jared Allen, the law firm of Williams and Allen.
Pat's coming back today, right?
I tell you what, Pat's coming back, but they're going to need it because when you aren't on your game, you get lanes like that. You get opening lanes to where, and the linebacker, E.J. Williams is big because a linebacker allows a defensive line to go out and play reckless. You know what I'm saying? To let you play reckless because I know sometimes you like to go A when it's really B. I'll cover for you. And we watch Chris Williams and that offensive line block Jared Allen. The other 2 guys have to come to work. You have to have interchangeable, deadly parts. You have to pick your poison. When you're able to spin, beat them down, you're giving quarterbacks time to find people down the field. You can't give up that type of yardage. I put it on the D-line up front.
We weren't sure what this defense was going to be like on the back end without Darren Sharper, and now we're finding out. We're seeing the repercussions of them allowing Darren Sharper to just go sign with the New Orleans Saints. They're missing that leader, that guy on the back end, but that's just what's on the defense. Let's not cover up what's going on offensively because that's where the problem lies. And I hear people talk about Adrian Peterson and his production overall. He's not an all-around back. This guy is a running back. He's a guy you turn around, you hand the ball off to him. Check downs and stuff like that. He's not as effective to helping out the defense. When you run the football, now you shorten the game and you give a team only so many plays to either run or pass. When a team has a lot of opportunities to throw the football, they can attack you. They can find ways. Jared Allen, he's the only pass rusher, Sap. I told you about 4 or 5 weeks ago. They needed the other guy, Ray Edwards, on the other side to show up, and he hasn't shown up. So that's hurting them. They have to get it together. Darrell Bevel, the offensive coordinator, and Kevin Rodgers, the quarterback's coach, they have to get the message that the head coach is sending to Brett Favre and make sure that it is not skewed and there are no differences so this doesn't happen again.
You guys, this all sounds beautiful up here, but there are 2 mega stars on that football team, Brett Favre and Adrian Peterson. That's it. That's it. And they have to find out, how do we get back to harmony with those 2 stars? How do we get more balance on offense? Let's throw the ball a little bit more on first downs and stop just handing the ball off to Adrian Peterson. Keep the defenses that you are playing off balance by being more balanced on offense. And if it means letting Brett throw the ball 45 times to win a game, you have to do that. You have to say, I got to check my ego. All of this is great, guys. It's the psyche of that football team that still has to get back on track and get together and get back on what you used to call one accord.
One accord.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, Marshall. They're missing Darren Sharper from last year. I wonder also on offense, Matt Burke's not there anymore. A couple of Pro Bowl kind of guys. Well, we have a lot more to come right here on game day morning. You stay with us.
Don't go nowhere.
Coming up, the Houston Texans are fighting for a playoff berth and their first winning season in franchise history. But will the Patriots dash both these dreams as they try to shore up the 3 seed in the AFC? Plus,
this is Charles Woodson with the Green Bay Packers, and I would like to just wish everyone out there a Happy New Year.
With the new year comes a new season. The playoffs have some players counting their blessings and others reflecting on resolutions. Our experts tell you who can expect prosperity in 2010.
Introducing a new channel from NFL Network that will change Sunday afternoons forever. This season, NFL Red Zone takes you from game to game for the best moments as they happen live in HD. Get in the zone. NFL Red Zone. Every touchdown from every game. Find out more at NFL.com/RedZoneTV.
The NFL and its players are committed to improving the health of kids everywhere. That's why we're encouraging them to get at least 60 minutes of exercise and play every day. It's called NFL Play 60. The best 60 minutes of the day. Join the movement at NFLRush.com.
So, hey, Coach, what are you doing here?
Well, Dan, since I lost 32 pounds on Nutrisystem, I feel so good, I thought I'd take your advice and get back in the game.
It's so exciting to meet you, Coach. You look great.
Wow, Coach, you really are back in the game.
Well, you too, Dan. What are your numbers?
I lost 22 pounds and I've kept it off for 3 years. Coach, I'm back to my playing weight.
Get back in the game in 2010 with Nutrisystem for Men. Order now and you can get 2 weeks of meals absolutely free. Plus the all-new Nutrisystem Jumpstart Kit, designed to put you on the fast track to awesome weight loss.
Hey, you guys, Boomer. Well, thanks to you guys, I did go all the way, and I reached my goal. Whoop! 50 pounds lighter, thanks to Nutrisystem.
Isn't he cute?
Nutrisystem is based on the proven science of the glycemic index. High in fiber and good carbs to keep you feeling fuller longer and help consistently burn calories. Just ask the 4 out of 5 men who say that Nutrisystem satisfies their hunger.
The best part is I never felt hungry. You kidding me, Dan? With all that great food, I found 50 ways to lose my blubber. Pizza, burgers, pasta. Coach, that's what we call real guy food.
Order now and you can get 2 weeks of meals free. That's 14 breakfasts, lunches, dinners, desserts, and snacks.
So, Coach, how is the squad looking?
Best ever. You know, I have a real Hall of Famer at the helm.
LT?
Why not, Danny boy? I lost 35 pounds on Nutrisystem. Ready? Okay! Pieces, crosses, burgers, beef, come on, guy food is all you eat!
Start the year off right. Order now and you can get 2 weeks of meals free. Plus, you'll get the all-new Nutrisystem Jumpstart Kit, our secrets to ultimate weight loss. Call or click now.
We're all back in the game thanks to Nutrisystem. Happy New Year, Mom. I love you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
What's up? Happy New Year, America.
Hey, Mom. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, huh? Happy holiday. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year.
Welcome back to Game Day Morning. Guys, a new year is upon us. Happy New Year, by the way, to everybody out there. And playoff season is about to begin, another new playoff season. And so with that being said, we're going to talk about some New Year's resolutions. I'm going to start. And as a proud former Oklahoma Sooner, I have, what do you call this? This is like, the gold?
That's everybody hopes and dreams in that thing.
Dreams are made.
The church's money.
Adrian Peterson from Sooner to Sooner. Please take care of this. This is where your hopes and dreams are made. He's got 6 fumbles for loss this season. That's my New Year's resolution. Take care of the football, Mr. Peterson. You're next.
I like that. High and tight, AP. 3 points of pressure. My New Year's resolution is for Josh McDaniels. And here's the thing. Josh, Bill Belichick has earned the right to say the things that he say, to wear the stuff that he wears on the sideline. Josh, get an identity. Become yourself. It's okay to have a mentor. Josh, I want you to be Josh McDaniels and not little Bill Belichick.
High and tight, huh? It's like my Fruit of the Looms. Okay, so now listen. All right. My New Year's resolution is this. We have very good helmets in our league.
Yes.
Schutt and Rydell make as good a helmet as we've ever had in the league. However, I hope that our league will spend the dollars that are necessary for research to make these good helmets even better, because we simply have too many concussions, not only in the NFL level, but college, high school, all the way down. We need to continue to increase our standards and upgrade our standards so we protect our greatest assets, the players.
High and tight. We're going to protect the players. I got one for a player myself. O.C. Umenyiora. Here's how it works. If you're a big dog on a team, because I've been that big dog on a team, you lead them. You go into the offseason, and you make guys come into the offseason. You pour the concrete. You make it hard. So when everybody goes and looks for the leaders of the team and you turn around and you look back like, who's with me? They don't have to look for you, OC. You're out front. You're leading your ball club. You're leading them by how you work, the examples. Because last year, I know you was with the training staff because you had a knee out. Now what you do is you go in and you touch your team. Because don't leave your team, lead your team. Thank you.
That's good, big fella, right there. But I'll go from one big fella to the other, and that's Albert Haynesworth. I want to read you a little bit of a quote that he said, "A contract don't make you as far as leadership. I've never been a guy that wants to talk or get in front of the team and say whatever. That's not me. I just like to play the game and do that." Listen, let me tell you something. When they give you one of these right here, you see, this is a $100 bill. And they got 6 zeros after that. That's 100 million. Trust me, homeboy, you become a leader. There's nothing else you can become. You have to become a leader. If you lead them dollars to the bank, you have to lead that team to some victories. And you don't have to do it talking. Just get on the field, play hard, do it winning, and I know you will do just that. That's 100 million.
Let him take your money like that?
Thank you.
I'm going to leave that back.
You're never going to see that again.
I'll get my money back. I'll get it later. I'll get it later, the big fella.
I'm going to give you another one of those and not wear that jacket again.
I like the purple. I like the purple, Michael.
Thank you. And I love your purple.
Guys, my resolution is for Coach Childress. And Coach, in 2010, just pick up family members at the airport. If talent comes back, brother, let the team services guys send a limo for them. It'll be all good. You want to have that team. You're the leader of that team. You don't need to be picking up your quarterback personally. That's just me.
That's a good one.
Leave practice. Training camp. Yeah, he left practice to go get a headache.
We'll see if those two fellows can mend things out this afternoon when they see the Giants. That was fun.
Does it bother you that Stacey and Michael dressed alike today?
Coming up.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Yes, we are. The postseason is just 1 week away, with many seeding questions still unanswered. But game day morning will make all the clinching scenarios crystal clear before kickoff in Week 17. Plus, Peyton watched perfection pass him by from the sidelines last week. Will the decision to thumb their nose at the record books curse the Colts this postseason? Our experts debate when game day morning returns.
Hey, baby, let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs and have some fun.
Who's that guy at the 19? What's his name? Bandana? Montana? I thought his name was Idaho.
Chico, twist, chain.
Oh, excuse me, buddy. You okay?
Am I ready? Hey, what y'all want to do today? Let's do it.
Get that camera on my face. I ain't no glamour boy.
You're a safe driver. Isn't it about time you got paid for being one?
Only Allstate will send you an actual bonus check worth up to 5% of your premium every 6 months you go without an accident. Call an Allstate agent now or 888-329-6972 so you can get the rewards you deserve.
This is not the time to wish you had accident forgiveness.
Now is the time to get accident forgiveness from Allstate. Starting the day you sign up, your rates won't go up just because you have an accident, even if it's your fault. Call 888-329-6972 before you drive again.
This is not the time to wish you had better insurance.
You don't have to skimp on quality protection with Allstate. In fact, drivers who switched from Geico to Allstate saved an average of $473 a year. And you don't have to wait for your current policy to expire. Call 888-329-6972.
Can you afford not to be in good hands?
You got some pretty important reasons to eat better. So now, 23 Campbell's Chunky Soups have 100% lean meat and a full serving of vegetables. A man's got to eat. He just wants to eat better. Campbell's Chunky.
Welcome to NFL Total Access,
the show that takes you inside the locker room and down on the field. Go behind the scenes with exclusive team cams.
I can be that guy out there that can be a difference maker on the field.
Expert analysis.
He's going to have to make some plays in the air.
That defense right now, they're struggling.
And inside access to all 32 teams all year long.
If you're not watching, I don't know where you at.
NFL Total Access tomorrow at 7, only on NFL Network.
If you think about it, this is a lot like most job search sites. They let everyone in, so the best people can't stand out. Join theladders.com, the premium job site for only 100K plus jobs and only 100K plus talent.
It's amazing how a simple switch can make life a whole lot better. Try this. Like switching to Esurance. With our Switch and Save discount, just switch from your current car insurance carrier and you'll automatically get a discount.
Thanks, lady.
Esurance is the only insurance company that offers the Switch and Save discount. And that's on top of all the other great Esurance discounts. Once you shop at Esurance, we think you'll find that switching is a good thing. The Switch and Save discount, only from Esurance. Click or call today.
All I want is NFL Network.
Oh, snowy and frigid Ralph Wilson Stadium, exactly the kind of weather you
Peyton
expect.
don't want to play today anyway.
Peyton Manning and the Colts are going to have to deal with the elements there to take on the Buffalo Bills.
Now that's Florida. See, that's what I'm talking about.
We will be there soon. Sight of Super Bowl.
Super Bowl Sunday. He'll be here before you know it. Jake Long.
He's all dressed up.
Ricky
Look
Williams.
at Ricky. Ricky ready to go, and Jake just getting there. What's something wrong with him?
I think Ricky been there.
Ricky been there.
Reliant Stadium in Houston. Randy Moss brings his New England Patriots, I should say, into town. There was a look just moments ago.
He ain't working today.
13 TDs. Not on the football.
Meantime, Brett Favre reporting for work in Minneapolis just after 9 a.m. local time.
Everybody going Bill Belichick today on you, Marshall.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
And the team Minnesota needs to lose for them to be getting that playoff position they want. Philadelphia and Dallas.
What building is that? Boston. Oh, that's Dallas.
All right, here we go.
Week 17.
We control our damn destiny.
Hit him in the mouth all day, baby.
Win or go home. It's out there for the taking, baby.
240 games in the books. Only 16 remain.
No excuses. No explanation.
The pain.
Oh.
The prosperity.
I'm the king of the world.
And next, the postseason.
Win or go home. Kill that season. Let's go. We gotta go to work. It's showtime.
With 15 teams muttering, maybe next year.
Come on, son. This is the NFL.
10 proclaiming, maybe it's the year.
It's our time. America's watching. Let's go!
And 7 still fighting to keep the dream alive.
And we will win this game. We too close. We gotta come out here with a swag, man. Hey, we'll rest when we dead. I don't want to die.
Week 17 is Desperation Sunday.
Let's get in this tournament.
And so with the NFC's postseason berths all clinched, seeding remains the only issue left unresolved here in Week 17, and the road goes through New Orleans. Meantime, the Eagles can clinch the 2 seed with a win. Minnesota can do the same with a victory and an Eagles loss. If Minnesota loses and Dallas beats Philly, they will get that coveted 2 seed. And as fate would have it, the Packers and Cardinals play each other today, where if Green Bay wins, the 2 will likely face off yet again in Wild Card Weekend. Meanwhile, in the AFC, all 4 divisions wrapped up, but 7 teams still vying for those 2 wild card spots. Of those 7, only 2 teams control their own destiny, the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets, while the Houston Texans, Steelers, Dolphins, and Jags all need a win and at least some help. The Broncos, the only team that could make the playoffs without a win today, but would need some serious help if they should stumble against the 3-12 Kansas City Chiefs. And some headlines from those respective cities entangled in this AFC wild card logjam. Some very anxious fans around NFL cities with the countdown to kickoff continuing. Little tip of the cap there And the Boston Herald to the poker players out there as the Patriots still trying to position themselves where they want, and the Cardinals, of course, get set to do battle. Baltimore Ravens in a very nice position to be in, win, and they are in one of the two teams that control their own destiny. And we welcome you inside our NFL Game Day morning studios. Our countdown to kickoff continues. Spiro Ditas with the crew here, Marshall, Steve, Warren, and Michael Irvin, as we continue here counting down up to kickoff around the NFL. As guys, we continue to talk about where these teams stand right now. The Indianapolis Colts, of course, a team that has had a lot of issues, thumbing their nose at history, as we talked about earlier. Did they make the right decision? And this is something I guess we're going to be asking until the playoffs start.
You know what? It's kind of like the Colts, and they earned the right to do what they did. Going for perfection, I'm going to say, yes, you want to do it if that opportunity presents itself. But Bill Polian and this team, and I hope when I say this team that everyone's on board, because we don't know. The faces that we saw on the sideline meant that guys were upset. But I am going to say that if Bill Polian made the decision, this is the team decision, they have a bigger thing, what they feel is in front of them, which is winning the Super Bowl. So if you don't win the Super Bowl, there's a lot of people that's going to question. If you do not win the Super Bowl, boy, a lot of things will come in question. I felt like that they had a built-in excuse that if they went for perfection and guys got hurt, they could say, listen, this going for perfection and winning all the games in the playoffs and winning these last two games, it all goes together. That would be understood. But this way, I don't know.
I think it's okay for the fans to have an opinion, a strong opinion about going undefeated, and a suggestion, play the guys. But the decision has to come from the organization. And they made an organizational decision from the owner to the GM to the head coach, and the team went for it. Now, they weren't happy because you would expect players to want to play on, right? But they made an organizational decision. Now, they have to be right. How do you be right? Well, you advance, you get a fresh team, you play well in the playoffs, and get it done. But you know what? I tip my hat. It was a tough call to make, but they made it.
I'm going to tell you, you two have heard this before. What my man Herm say? You play to win the game. It's just that simple. That's just the way you go about it. And I don't think, if you put me in the game, I got to finish it. Either call the dogs off Wednesday and I kick my feet up and I relax, because if you ask me to put it on, the big fella, I'm going to get it. That's just the only way we know how to do it. And they cheated us. They cheated us out of a chance at watching this team, which has won more games than any other team in this decade, more games in a row than any other team in NFL history regular season. This was the missing piece, because the locker room has the rings. There's only 10 dudes in that locker room without the rings. Go for the perfection. Finish this thing off the right way.
Cheated us and may end up cheating themselves. Now, you can say what you want to say. The thing that we've loved about the Indianapolis Colts, that this team was always and has always been on one accord. Reggie Wayne went into training camp with the hard hat. He called me early. He says, Michael, this is going to be a year to remember. As a matter of fact, he used those words. This will be a year to remember. That team has always been on one accord until that game. That game, when they made the decision to pull those guys out of the game, you saw the faces. Marshall, you talked about it. Those guys wanted to go for history, and that's where the problem may raise his head, because now going forward, you go forward, whatever happens, you beat Buffalo. Probably you could beat Buffalo with your guys sitting down. You go on and win a Super Bowl, you're going to say, we were that close. We were one drive away from perfection. You can't tell me that doesn't linger in your head the rest of this season.
And I understand what you said, Mooch, about the powers to be, that, you know, Irsay and Napoleon, and then it came down to Caldwell, and they decided. But the players, how do you not ask your players? How do you not take it to the locker room and ask your players,
the guys
what do
that
you guys think? Peyton, Reggie, offensive line. Peyton's going to play this whole game. Can you protect him? They are going to come after Peyton. What are you going? Defense. Are you guys going? Do you mind Mathis, Freeney? Do you mind going out there, landing on the line for perfection? Let those guys make the decision, because at the end of the day, they are the guys who win the games for you.
That's who have to answer it too.
We talk about protecting the injury of the body, but you mess around and injured the mind. And I'm telling you, look at Minnesota, look at New Orleans. That can be more devastating than a body injury.
I don't think Bill Polian's going to ask anybody, really. He's going to make the call, because you know what? He's the boss.
Okay.
He's made this decision before. He will have to make it again. And he went with it, and he was firm. Play on.
Please tell me this, Coach. Where's the blueprint that he's following?
Well, he's been doing this when he went to Super Bowls in Buffalo.
Buffalo lost all 4 of those, and you lost the time you did it at the coast.
He's been very successful.
So the 5 times you've done this before, you've been unsuccessful, and you do it again. Ouch. Even Bill Belichick punted it the first time. Then the second time he went for it. So at least he did the study on both sides.
Because
you have to
lost
do it both ways.
Super Bowl doesn't mean he should have done something different a month before that, right? You don't know.
I don't know, Coach. Try the other way.
The only time they had to play every game and they won the Super Bowl, they had to win every game. They tried to upgrade their seed in the last game of the season, and they won it, and they advanced like they wanted to, and did win the Super Bowl, yes. But it's coincidental that they played on that year and won the Super Bowl. Who's to say they wouldn't have?
Let's just hope that these 3 weeks, because now there's 2 games and you get a bye, that after 3 weeks, I'm not going to say laying it down because, I mean, they're practicing hard. After 3 weeks, that team that come off of winning a very experienced playoff game, I mean, they'll be revved up like, oh, we're going to beat the number 1 seed. That team that comes into Indianapolis doesn't come in hotter than them, and that the coach can withstand whatever they're doing and inflict their will on that team. You hope that's the case. I've been a part of that team. We lost to the Carolina Panthers, who came in, spanked our booties. We lost to that team because they were hot. We were a better team, but they were hot.
Yeah. I would really want to have a healthy, fresh team to play anybody, anytime. I'll give you an analogy, guys. We just watched a bunch of bowl games, okay, in college. Some of these teams have had 30 and 40 days off before they played the most important game of their life. I've never heard an announcer like Keith Jackson say, we have the Sooners from Oklahoma and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I hope they're not rusty today. You don't hear that. They play their best games in those college bowl games.
Both teams are rested.
Same amount of time away from
some are and some aren't because of the conference championships, right?
Yeah, the reason why we even say San Diego is a better team than the Colts is because we feel like they're a hot team right now. That's why hot can make people think. A hot team can make people think you're better than the other team. A hot San Diego Charger team went in and beat a better Indianapolis team in the playoffs. It's happened.
You'd rather be hot, no doubt about it. But remember last year's Super Bowl, the Arizona Cardinals got hot in the playoffs. They lost 4 out of their last 6 regular season games. Everybody put a fork in them, and all of a sudden
they played those games.
And they were awful.
They rested no one.
They weren't hot. They were down, in fact, but they got hot in the playoffs. So you just don't know. So when you don't know, you'd rather be healthy and fresh.
I'll take healthy, but I'd rather be tired and low as a defensive line than fresh and high. Because when you fresh and high, they get to move you, Coach. So playing the game prepares you for the game, and nothing does, get you prepared for this game but the game. And I don't like the rest. I do not like the rest because that D-line and that spinning that Freeney does and that spinning that Mathis does, there's only one way to get you prepared for that, and that's getting up there and spinning, Coach.
You don't get this close to history and don't have an opportunity when you want to go all the way and not think about this the rest of this season. And let me say one more thing, because I am tired of the rhetoric. Oh, we were worried about the bigger picture. Talking, 16-0 is not about us. We were worried about the bigger picture. Undefeated is the bigger picture. Every year we get a Super Bowl champion. We haven't had an undefeated Super Bowl champion since 72. Since 72, that's the bigger picture for me. So just start with the rhetoric. Just say you want it to go, but don't come out here and try to sell these ears on that mess, because I'm not buying.
There's only one guy on the coach teams, on the Indianapolis Colts team, that I look at and I say, boy, this guy here, with all this going on, he could have made this situation better. And I watch body language. That's what you watch. When Peyton sat with his helmet on, expecting to go back in, wishing he would. There's one guy, and I've seen Peyton come out of games, put the ball cap on, get the little radio in his ear, and start calling plays, helping the quarterback out. That wasn't the case this time. So it lets me know that they didn't ask him about, do you care? Do you want to go for this? They didn't go to that guy because in the end, Peyton Manning is the guy on that team. And somehow, some way, Bill Polian, if you made the decision, Jim Call, run the decision by your guy and find out and let him take it to the locker room and let those guys know, guys, this is what we're going to do, because it was too many heads down, guys upset that Painter was in the game at a time like that.
Well, no matter what side of the fence you sit on, one thing is for sure we could all agree on, and that is that the honeymoon for Jim Caldwell is over. Every decision he makes from this point on is going to be placed under the microscope. Before we go to break, how does this whole thing shake out at the end of business today in the AFC? Still a lot, obviously, to be determined.
Jets win, Baltimore win, the both of them get in. It's pretty simple. Cincinnati is going to lay down, and the Jets say that Jets win in Oakland.
Nobody packs a U-Haul like the Oakland Raiders.
So Baltimore wins.
I agree, because Cincinnati is going to hand the Jets a playoff berth, and
nobody packs a U-Haul like the Oakland Raiders.
There you have it.
Hey, you know this. The Jets are getting the gift of a lifetime in Baltimore. You know the rule. Nobody packs a U-Haul like the Oakland.
We get it.
And I will take Baltimore since no one packs a U-Haul like the Oakland Raiders. But I am also going to go with Denver. Now, don't necessarily agree with the move that Josh McDaniels made, but they can still beat Kansas City even without the beast, Brandon Marshall.
You've never been in the AFC West. That game
I've seen the game, but they pounded them earlier. So I'm going to go with Denver and Baltimore.
All right. NFL Game Day morning continues its countdown to kickoff in week number 17. Stay with us.
As we count you down to kickoff.
Most important game of the season now.
The Cowboys have lost 9 straight regular season finales. When the Eagles fly into Big D today, will America's team be able to reverse the trend and capture the NFC East crown? It's always a lively debate when Marshall and Michael get together. Next, they match wits on the biggest names not going to the Pro Bowl.
Let's get in this tournament.
Mike Tomlin and the Steelers need a win and some help to get a chance to defend their championship. Still to come, Pittsburgh's head coach joins us to discuss his game plan versus the Fins. And
Who that said gonna beat them Saints?
Up next, we introduce you to the big man stuffing the run in the Big Easy. Defensive tackle, Anthony Hargrove. All that and more on NFL Game Day morning, when all you want is football.
The top college seniors in the nation showcase their talent on the gridiron in the premier college football all-star game. The path to the draft begins with the 2010 Under Armour Senior Bowl. Live January 30th, exclusively on NFL Network.
On the premiere of Full Color Football, a league of rebels defy the odds.
They were going to try to destroy the AFL. Lamar Hunt realized he was now in a fight.
Watch Full Color Football, hosted by John Madden, Friday at 8 on NFL Network.
Look closely. This $50 Buffalo gold piece is the first United States coin ever struck using .9999. That's 4 nines, pure 24-karat gold. The U.S. government had to stop production because of a shortage of specially made gold blanks. No wonder the last edition price is going through the roof. Now you can reserve your own copy, clad in 31 milligrams of pure gold. The final issue price was to be set at $50 per proof, but now this private non-monetary gold-clad masterpiece can be yours for only $19.95. With gold skyrocketing, price can only be guaranteed for 7 days. Each 2010 Gold Buffalo Tribute proof is clad in 31 milligrams of pure gold, is proof struck, and utilizes the famous Buffalo nickel design. Strict limit of 5 proofs per caller. You must hurry. Call now.
Call 1-800-301-1651. That's 1-800-301-1651. Strict limit of 5 proofs per caller at 1-800-301-1651.
The NFL and United Way are committed to doing something about childhood obesity. That's why we're encouraging every kid to get in their daily requirement of play. At least 60 minutes of exercise and play every day. NFL Play 60 and United Way. Join the movement at NFLRush.com.
This is Jeff Norman. He doesn't get health insurance from an employer, so he's been buying it himself for years. He's healthy, so he wonders why his rates keep going up. Liz Sloan wants health insurance, but doesn't think she can afford it. We're Assurant Health, and we've been customizing plans to meet the needs of individuals for over 110 years. For instance, with our 2-year rate guarantee and healthy discount, Jeff will get 15% off his rate and lock in that rate for 2 years. For Liz, we offer plans that allow people like her to pay for only the benefits they need, saving them money. In fact, Liz could get up to $2 million of coverage for less than $100 per month. Unlike other health insurance companies that focus on corporations and treat everyone the same, Assurant Health is there for the individual. So if you need health insurance, call the number on your screen, visit our website, or contact your local agent.
Call now to find out how you can save hundreds of dollars a year on your health insurance. Call 1-800-234-3118.
If you didn't watch NFL Game Day highlights, here's what you missed.
They looked awfully disappointed. That team watched all of that hard work for that undefeated season go away.
NFL Game Day highlights tonight at 7:30, only on NFL Network.
Welcome back to NFL Game Day morning. I'm Bob Papa in the Metrodome where the Minnesota Vikings take on the New York Giants. The Minnesota Vikings have seen a potential first-round bye go out the window, having lost 3 of their last 4. They'll need Brett Favre to have a big game today against the New York Giants. Last week, Favre threw for 285 yards in the second half overtime loss to the Chicago Bears. Also, the running of Adrian Peterson should be huge today. The Giants gave up 206 yards on the ground last week to Carolina's Jonathan Stewart. Obviously, for the Vikings, they have some concerns in their secondary with Antoine Winfield nursing a bad foot. Benny Sapp should see a lot of playing time today, which could open things up for Eli Manning and the Giants' passing game. Manning and the Giants will miss the postseason for the first time since 2004, but Eli Manning needs 120 yards to become only the 3rd quarterback in Giants history to reach the 4,000-yard plateau, and Steve Smith needs 3 catches to become the first Giant to have 100 yards receiving. Minnesota needs a win, and they need help to get a first-round bye. They need the Cowboys to beat the Eagles later today. That's where Steve Weish is for Game Day morning. Steve?
Well, thanks, Bob. Well, the headline in today's Dallas Morning News says it all. Not just about what's at stake in today's game, but also with the Cowboys' defensive front, because Philadelphia's protection of quarterback Donovan McNabb is going to be key in this game today, because they'll be without starting center Jamal Jackson, who's out with a season-ending knee injury. Nick Cole, he'll slide over from guard, and he'll be responsible for trying to block Pro Bowl tackle Jay Ratliff. Now, with the Eagles playing musical chairs on their offensive line, they'll have to worry about Ratliff and outside linebacker DeMarcus Ware, but they also have to be accountable for outside linebacker Anthony Spencer, who's had a breakout year and who Eagles tight end Brent Selleck told me earlier this week is the best player that he has faced all season. Now, some way the Eagles can counter. Brian Westbrook, the running back who didn't play in last game, he'll be back. He'll be an option for Donovan McNabb. And Michael Vick is supposed to return as the backup quarterback after missing last week's game with a thigh bruise. Stacey, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Steve Weich. For the first time ever, the New Orleans Saints have secured home field advantage throughout the postseason. Despite the success, they were shocked last week by the Bucs, and they've dropped their last 2. Struggles aside, there isn't a player on the roster that expects anything less than greatness. And this couldn't be more true for the man at the heart of the Saints D-line, Anthony Hargrove.
Anthony Hargrove is a good person. Anthony Hargrove has a kind heart. Anthony Hargrove is... I am Anthony Hargrove.
Anthony Hargrove is a big man with a big personality.
Real good, man.
And in his first year in the Big Easy, the 6'3", 272-pound defensive tackle has played an immeasurable role in inspiring the Saints along their spirited 09 campaign.
One game at a time. One day at a time, too, you know? Right when we're entering onto the field, your heart just starts racing, the blood is pumping. You're just like, ah! Here we go! I'm very spastic. I love our defense is crazy. First of all, our drill sergeant, Greg Williams, tells us, go to the edge, play on the edge. If you step over, I'll pull you back. But go back to the edge.
Despite the untamed energy that guides his play, his mind resides in the zone. It's a state difficult to explain in words, but when you're there, you know it.
It feels like time is paused. Football, you feel seconds. 1, 2. You feel everything about that time. It seems like everything's in slow motion. You're no longer acting, you're just reacting to everything. Hit him, throw him down to the ground, make him remember every time he lines up across from me. This is a great place to come work. Everything about this place is incredible. I don't think I could have gone to a better team.
Playing in his third NFL city, it turns out New Orleans is a Hargrove haven. The Saints, notorious for their zealous fan base, have quickly embraced Anthony as one of their own.
I mean, because that place is rocking. Who that? Who that? Who that said gonna beat them Saints? Oh my goodness, when I first saw who that, I said, where am I?
Who that? Who that?
It's just such a diverse amount of things that these people do in this city that make playing in that dome so special.
New Orleans is a place famous for hosting Super Bowls, although the Saints have never played in one. But with home field advantage locked up throughout the NFC playoffs, the journey to the Super Bowl must go through the Big Easy.
Oh man, this is incredible. The one thing I like about this team is the psyche of this team. We're not a team that just talks. We have shirts that say smell greatness, finish. When it's all said and done, I want to be able to say I gave it my all every day. If I can feel that way at the end of the season, you know, I'll be happy with how we end up. But I really want a Super Bowl ring.
The passion palpable for Mr. Hargrove. For more on Anthony and other journeymen as the playoffs approach, you can log on to NFL.com/SBJourney. And we turn things now to Spiro and the guys at the desk for more on the state of the Saints. Last 4 games, not so terrific for New Orleans.
Stacey, thanks. There are very few towns, guys, that are as connected to their team as New Orleans is to the Saints. But as Stacey just alluded to, this is not the same mindset from this team that we saw 4 or 5 weeks ago. Did they peak too soon? Point blank, we talked about it in the meeting yesterday. A lot of different opinions on where this team stands.
Exactly, and it's impossible to peak too soon. When I look at the Saints, I'm like, you want to start hot. You just want to finish hot. And they haven't finished hot. They've ran into some minor speed bumps. And now the Carolina Panthers, a week where they have to rest guys, it's going to look like, boy, they're losing another game. Going into the playoffs, you don't want to lose that game. The thing is, it plays on your psyche. If this team, if they're looking at the games that they lost and they're saying, boy, we lost to this team, and this team, if they understand who they are and they smell the greatness that you saw on the shirt that Anthony Hargrove was talking about, then they will be okay. They just have to go out, know their identity, know their opponent, and they can win football games.
It's a long marathon-type season, guys, and you know what? You can peak more than once. How's that concept?
I like that.
They peaked, Marshall. You were back there for that New England game. That was their peak, I think, so far to date. They won 38-17 in a beatdown over the Patriots. Since then, really, they should have lost to Washington in overtime, right? Washington missed a field goal.
But they put some points up.
Yeah, they did. But Atlanta should have beaten them. They won by 3, and then they lost, of course, to Dallas. So the last month has not been good. But they're probably going to just give this one up again today, all right? Regroup. We got to buy. We can refocus. We can start new again and peak again in the playoffs like Arizona did. I think they can get it back.
I don't think they peaked too soon. They just put themselves in a position where they can relax and, rest some of their starters.
That's bad.
That's bad? Well, I tell you what, the thing they can do is go back ones versus ones. And we know training camp mode. When you got to go, you got to go. And this way you put up those numbers and those silly, coaches versus coaches. They walk around for a week with their chests all stuck out, and you battle each other. And you go back to training camp mode because right now, it's 60 minutes or go home, and I think the Saints will be fine.
I think they peaked too soon. When you're talking about, you put up 38 points. You put up 38 points. You average 38 points. Last couple of weeks, you put up 17 points. Even in those losses against those close games, you still put up a lot of points. You still put up 26, 30 points. And last couple of weeks, you only put up 17. That says that you peaked too soon by the very definition. Now, they can't get it going again, but yes, they have peaked too soon.
Tampa 2 makes you patient.
No, he knows peak too soon. Dallas did it last year.
Okay. Well, the Saints and the Vikings, the two teams dominant in the NFC early in the season, all kind of backing into the playoffs. Stay with it.
It's peaked too soon.
Coming up.
16-0 was not a goal for us.
After throwing in the towel against the Jets, the pressure of perfection is behind the Colts. Our experts tell you what they must do today to help their chances of reaching their second Super Bowl this decade. Plus, Pro Bowl tickets were punched this week, with a few big names left off the list. Next, Marshall Faulk and Michael Irvin have at it and tell you who was this season's biggest snub when NFL Game Day Morning returns.
It's a discussion.
Come on. Let's go, Barney. You got purple pants?
Yeah, yeah.
This is your Barney outfit.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event, now through January 4th. Special lease offers now available on the 2010 ES350.
Introducing NFL.com Game Rewind. Watch every NFL game in HD, online, on demand, in its entirety. Commercial free. You want the NFL? Go to the NFL.
Do you want to experience Super Bowl 44 and the NFL Pro Bowl in South Florida? NFL On Location can take you there. It's the official source for NFL event experiences and hospitality. Complete packages, exclusive access, and more direct from the NFL. For more information, visit NFLOnLocation.net and get closer to the game.
I think number one, the formula is making sure that everybody is clear and you're concise in what the goals are. Keep your head down, keep working at it, and good things will happen. But you're not going to take shortcuts. A winner is someone who's never denied. And he knows that he may come out short on that day, but the next day is going to be a better day and he's going to come out on top. There's a better time around the corner, and that's what you work towards, day in and day out.
Relive the action you missed. Each week, the 4 best games are re-aired all season long. Enhanced with coaches' commentary, NFL Films footage, and wired sound.
Just keep battling, we'll get them.
The excitement doesn't end on Sunday. NFL Replay, Tuesday and Wednesday starting at 8, only on NFL Network.
I'm Jillian Michaels, TV's toughest trainer. And now you can burn 5 times the calories working out around the world with me. Introducing the new Nordic Track Incline Trainer. The ultimate weight loss machine just got better. iFit Live, powered by Google, brings the world to your feet. Walk on the Golden Gate Bridge. Run on the beaches of Hawaii. Hike the Rocky Mountains. The new design of the Incline Trainer automatically inclines to 40% and declines to 6% to simulate the world's terrain, so you burn 5 times the calories. No other machine does that, and all you have to do is walk. Plus, with the innovation of iFit Live, I'll control the speed and the incline of your workout so you get results. Guaranteed.
Call or go online to order your new Nordic Track X7i.
Get this experience, the best trainer, and I guarantee you'll get amazing results.
For more information, call 1-800-478-0913 or go online to NordicTrack.com.
Special people make special plays on special days.
The only way we're going to get what we want to get is everybody be held accountable. Get your damn job done today.
Listen, do not be afraid of excellence.
Yeah, all day, we don't stop, all right? All these 60 damn minutes.
Yeah! Yeah! That's how we do it!
Boy, I got chills just now. I got chills. Welcome to M&M, boy. It's time for a spirited debate. This is how we do it. I'm Marshall.
And I am Michael.
We got some topics. Good topics.
That was a great lead.
Yeah. Kind of got you going. Hey, let's talk about Pro Bowl snubs. I mean, guys got left off the list, and we always feel like there should be a guy on, should be a guy off. Who do you feel like got left off?
You know what? I want to start with Randy Moss. You know, 4 great receivers got the nod. Welker, Marshall, Andre Johnson, and Reggie Wayne. But Randy Moss lead the league with 13 touchdowns, that guy should be in the Pro Bowl.
I like that, and the thing is with Moss, and when I look at it, I felt like consistency throughout the year. The 4 guys that went throughout the year. You saw the slip-off in Moss. That's why you saw him upset. But when I think about a guy, and I'm not just talking about a Pro Bowl snub as far as this season, how about being snubbed out your whole 12-year career, London Fletcher? And that's all this guy has had 100 tackles in 10 straight seasons. He's led every team that he's played on every season in tackles. He plays in the NFC East. How does he go unrecognized what he does on the team that was as bad on offense as they were, to be as good on defense as they were? And it doesn't matter who the defensive coordinator is and what kind of system that he plays in. That's all he does is tackle the ball carry. I'm talking 150 consecutive starts, 191 consecutive games. This guy here, we talking about a Pro Bowl snub on the year. I'm talking about a Pro Bowl snub on a career.
And
this guy deserves to be in. He is a leader.
He is a leader. And that's one of the things that should have helped, because I'm sure some of the things and the rhetoric we hear about Randy Moss is what hurts him when it comes Pro Bowl time. But we got to put all of those things aside and let the numbers do the speaking. And the numbers say 13 touchdowns. Whew. You should be in the Pro Bowl.
Exactly. 2009, a lot of teams rose up, a lot of teams fell down. Let's look at the disappointing teams. And when I think about disappointment, nothing stands out more than me than the Tennessee Titans. I'm talking 13-3 last year. You ran through the AFCs. You were supposed to be the beast. This was supposed to be your year with Kerry Collins at quarterback. And you mean to tell me, Jeff Fisher, it took you 6 losses, a 50-burger by New England, to go 0-6. I mean, to be -3 in turnover, for you to decide, okay, we have Chris Johnson and we have Vince Young and we want to turn it around. I was very disappointed in this team. The fact that Bud Adams had to step in and let an experienced coach like Jeff Fisher know, hey, buddy, make a change at quarterback. Make a change at quarterback. Very disappointed in the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, and we get disappointment because we talk about what we are expecting from a team and then what a team delivered. And my most disappointing team that's the New York Giants, the New York Football Giants. I thought this team, when I looked at this team at the beginning of the year and I picked them to win the NFC East, I said this team has talent everywhere. They have ability everywhere. They can rush the passer, they can stop the run, they can run the ball, they can throw the ball. But boy, the New York Giants went through a rough middle part of the season where everything just went right. Now, I would like to say it probably happened around the same time Eli went bad on his foot. But, boy, the New York Giants, I would have to give them my most disappointing team.
And I know I like the Giants, but I keep pointing back at the Titans and just how their season went. The fact that you have a running back that's about to 2,000-yard rush. We've never had a back on a losing team rush for 2,000 yards. Never. On a losing team, if they lose today.
What does that say, Marshall? You know what that
some decisions were made. Well, this team, very, very disappointing.
And it may be saying, Marshall, that you guys are becoming extinct. How can you be the lead 2,000 yards and be on a losing team? See, if you just throw the ball, baby, you can win games.
Exactly.
You guys are becoming T-Rexes, and the wide receivers are taking over. Let's get these dinosaurs out of the league.
Thoroughly agree with you. I agree with you. And guess what? That's why they were 0-6, throwing the ball with Kerry Collins.
Oh, they were not 0-6 throwing the ball. They were not. It was because they were trying to run.
Coming up.
I don't think Coach ever played in the NFL.
After beginning the season beneath a cloud of controversy, the now Pro Bowl-bound Brandon Marshall is a scratch today against the lowly Chiefs. With the season on the line, is this a sign of doomsday in Denver? And the road to Super Bowl 44 begins in 6 days. Our experts examine which teams are peaking and who is plummeting as the postseason approaches.
All right, let me do my little T-Rex since we extinct. And you Barney. That's why dinosaurs were on my...
The X's and O's come alive on Playbook when we break down the same game film used by coaches and players.
Let me show you what they did.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays get the final word on the game-changing plays from the week that was.
Touchdown!
Thursdays and Fridays warm up for the weekend by finding out who will win and why.
He gave this offense...
From the locker room to your living room, learn the keys to each game this season. Playbook, Tuesday through Friday at 6, only on NFL Network.
Physical education is disappearing from schools across America. That's why NFL Network has created Keep Gym in School, improving facilities, funding teachers' salary, and inspiring kids toward a lifetime of fitness. Don't let gym disappear. Keep Gym in School. Go to keepgyminschool.com.
Every week, they gather the faithful to embrace their rituals and celebrate their idols, unraveling the mysteries of the gridiron. These are the keepers of the flame, the oracles of the game. Inside the NFL, in a league by itself. Inside the NFL, only on Showtime. Check your local listings.
He came back for another shot at the playoffs. You can too. NFL.com Fantasy Playoff Challenge is back. It's free. And you could win a trip to Super Bowl 45. You thought the fantasy season was over. Sign up now at NFL.com/fantasy. You want the NFL? Go to the NFL.
Ready to unthink the wing? New KFC Fiery Grilled Wings. Marinated peppers and grilled to seal in the one-of-a-kind taste. It's the only fiery grilled wing, only at KFC.
Whoa. Did you see the tiger, too?
Try 5 wings or a bucket of 20.
Colonel, are you on the hot streak?
Taste the fiery grilled wing side of KFC.
Listen up. The sounds of the game on Sound Effects. Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Only on NFL Network.
There's going to be a lot talked about the Colts' decision to rest so many of their regulars, including Peyton Manning.
All of Indianapolis is on the edge of the couch saying, what are we doing?
I'm so sick and tired of Bill Polian pulling this garbage that gave perfection away.
It's not every day that a 14-0 team gets booed, and this crowd is unhappy.
I feel every NFL player that's ever put on a uniform was disrespected last night.
People must realize that Jim Caldwell's the fall guy. He is not running the show.
Perfect season's never been one of our goals.
They just don't want to lose. And not just don't want to lose, but especially don't want to just give a game away.
I am irritated with several members of the media claiming that 16-0 and Super Bowl are exclusive events.
I don't understand what the Colts are thinking of.
Well, Colts fans just spewing venom there into the radio stations in Indianapolis. It's supposed to be a laid-back town. Now there are questions about whether or not this is still, Marshall, the most dangerous AFC team going into the playoffs. The record may say that they are, but is that the case?
When you look at 1 and 2 and you say, boy, they're dangerous, I look at the 3 seed because people are not talking about the New England Patriots and what they've done this year. Remember last year, 11-5, they didn't even make the playoffs. But this year, this team under the radar, people saying, okay, they can't win on the road. You think about the Pro Bowlers that they have on the offensive line. You must protect the quarterback. Lawrence Maroney, although he has fumble problems, is running the ball. But think about the teams that they would have to play in the playoffs before they got to see 1 and 2. Denver, that's Kyle Orton at quarterback. Baltimore, Joe Flacco. And the Jets, Sanchez. They've seen all 3 of those guys, one guy twice. I believe that Bill Belichick will have a little recipe the second time around for those quarterbacks.
Steve, who's the most vulnerable team in the AFC going into the playoffs?
You know, of the teams that are already in, my thinking is Cincinnati is the most vulnerable. They only have 3 guys on that team that have ever been to a Super Bowl, Cedric Benson, Tank Johnson, and Dhani Jones, and they lost. And the other thing is they've had a tough month. Let's face it, they lost to the Vikings, then they lost a teammate in Chris Henry, then they lost to San Diego, then they had the funeral in Louisiana. It's been very difficult on them. Now, they're probably going to play tonight without some of their players, so this past month will be one that they want to get through, and they have to refocus now in the playoffs and get back on track. And maybe they win one for the Gipper, okay? Maybe they're inspired and play very well throughout the playoffs, but you just don't know how they're going to be.
Warren, let's go to the NFC. The two teams that dominated this conference for much of the season are kind of backdooring their way in. Minnesota obviously has lost 3 of the last 4, and the Saints potentially could be going in having lost 3 straight games. Who's the most dangerous team in the NFC?
I look to the Philadelphia Eagles as the most dangerous team in the NFC East because you look at their ability to go out and score points. You're talking about a team that's averaging 28.6 points a game, and then first half scoring, they're first. And the biggest thing I look at is how you come out of the locker room and get on top of people. We always talk about starting fast. The Philadelphia Eagles have had a lead of 13-plus points in 9 games this year. When you get out and on top of people like this, it allows your defense, which ain't that great, to go out, and the thing they do well is on third down. They get off the field. Now you have to come from behind. You can't be patient with your running game because, as you know, Marshall, you're only going to get about 5 possessions a half. And if you're down 2 scores already, you're going to need every last one of those possessions to count, and that's what makes the Eagles dangerous right now.
It's going to be a fascinating game to watch tonight between those two teams in Dallas, the Eagles and the Cowboys. Irv, who's most vulnerable in the NFC?
But when you say most vulnerable, you never expect to hear the #1 seed. You never expect to hear the New Orleans Saints. And that's who I consider the most vulnerable right now because you got to look at it. The Saints, 38 points. You put all those points up, but you realize just what kind of defense you have when you only score 17 points. And it makes a difference in that whole game. And losing games at home. Now you're going into the playoffs saying, well, wow, is home field advantage truly an advantage? Because we've lost a couple games here. You can't help but wonder. I think that's the team.
That's a surprise. How you go with a team? I not take a team who hadn't won a playoff game since you was on the team.
Well, he said most vulnerable.
How do you exactly?
And that would be the same.
He's just answering the questions that we have presented.
That's
Michael,
all I'm doing.
with us. Let's get a Bud Light injury update at this point. Jason Lockenfora with the very latest. Jason.
Well, Spiro, Brian Cushing, the all-everything linebacker for the Houston Texans, will start today. He's been battling a foot injury, hasn't been practicing much, but he'll give it a go in a huge game for the Texans today. Troy Polamalu, as we first reported last night, star safety for the Steelers. He's out again. Another week he's going to miss with the knee injury. Should they sneak into the playoffs, possibility he could play in the wild card round. Looking at other injuries around the league, Ricky Williams is active for the Miami Dolphins. Pat Williams, who missed last week for the Vikings, is back. Their star defensive tackle. Dwight Freeney, inactive for the Colts. We knew 7 of those 8 inactives last night. He's the final one. And the 4 o'clock games, I continue to hear, very good chance Ed Reed will be active for the Baltimore Ravens. Back to you, Spiro.
All right, Jason Lockenfora with all the very latest in terms of injuries. That is our Bud Light Injury Alert.
Coming up, postseason implications abound as Week 17 gets set to kick off. Michael Irvin and Coach Mariucci have dissected all the matchups and are ready to tell you who will play Inspire today and extend their team's season. Plus, after failing to take matters into their own hands, the defending champs are now at the mercy of football fate. Next, we go to Miami as Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin prepares for the one thing his team does control, beating the Dolphins. Stay tuned.
Put it on your back, see. Jenkins.
NFL Game Day Morning is brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it.
The NFL and its players are committed to improving the health of kids everywhere. That's why we're encouraging them to get at least 60 minutes of exercise and play every day. It's called NFL Play 60, the best 60 minutes of the day. Join the movement at NFLRush.com.
You're a safe driver. Isn't it about time you got paid for being one?
Only Allstate will send you an actual bonus check worth up to 5% of your premium every 6 months you go without an accident. Call an Allstate agent now or 888-329-6972 so you can get the rewards you deserve.
This is not the time to wish you had accident forgiveness.
Now is the time to get accident forgiveness from Allstate. Starting the day you sign up, your rates won't go up just because you have an accident, even if it's your fault. Call 888-329-6972 before you drive again.
This is not the time to wish you had better insurance.
You don't have to skimp on quality protection with Allstate. In fact, drivers who switched from Geico to Allstate saved an average of $473 a year. And you don't have to wait for your current policy to expire. Call 888-329-6972.
Can you afford not to be in good hands?
My sons would tell you that that at times I'm the coach in the house, but I know that the difference is that when I'm dealing with my kids, I need to listen and I need to make sure that I understand that way. I'm not so sure that's very much different when I'm dealing with my players. I think you got to listen, you got to hear all the circumstances all the time. You got to be their friend once in a while, but you got to be able to instill discipline also once in a while.
Full color football, the history of the American Football League, the true story of the Mavericks who changed the face of the game. Legends like Hank Stram and John Madden, Al Davis and Joe Namath in a battle fought on the ground, in the air, and in the headlines. Full color football premieres Friday, January 8th on NFL Network.
All I want is NFL Network.
A live look inside Landshark Stadium, Miami, Florida. Mike Tomlin, Steelers in town fighting for their postseason lives. And just moments ago, our Michael Lombardi had a chance to catch up with the head coach himself.
Last week, Mike, the theme was winner watch. What's the theme this week?
Similar. There's a bunch of scenarios that put us in or get us out of this thing. The only way we get in is if we win today. So we understand that. That's what we can control. So that's what we're focused on.
Okay, road games, 2-5 this year on the road. What's been the difference this year on the road as opposed to last year?
We haven't made significant plays at significant moments, and that's what determines outcomes of football games, whether at home or on the road. You acknowledge that when you're in a hostile environment, it makes it increasingly difficult, but I believe we have the people that are capable of doing it.
What's the number one thing you have to do today to win the game?
Stay singly focused on what's in front of us. We can't worry about the other scenarios. There's ebb and flow in every football game. We got to be physically and mentally tough and stay singly focused on the stadium that we're in.
Thanks. Good luck today, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Michael Lombardi, Coach Tomlin. It's time now for Michael Irvin and Steve Mariucci to tell us who will play Inspired today, presented by the Lexus 2010 LS line. And as always, inspiring play, the result of a great matchup. So many great games today. Houston, the Patriots corner Lee Bodden challenging the NFL's leader in receiving yards, Andre Johnson, in Houston today. Who gets the best of that one, Michael?
Man, Andre Johnson will play Inspired today because Andre Johnson, first of all, is laying claim on his title, best receiver in the NFL, Coach. And the Belichick, he loves to take away the number one weapon of a team. He's certainly that number one weapon, but it won't be easy taking him out of the game. He's too big, too fast, too strong to be taken completely away.
You think Lee Bodden's happy to be with the New England Patriots right now, Mike? He was with the Detroit Lions, 0-16 last year. Now he's on a heck of a team playing against the best receiver and maybe the best passing game with Houston and Matt Schaub, too, who got snubbed by the Pro Bowl, right? But It's not just Lee Bodden. They're going to need some pass rush. This is where Bill Belichick's at his best, scheming against something that's very good, and they're going to try to take away Andre Johnson. Good luck. It's going to be tough duty, but Bill Belichick will limit his catches.
And Andre Johnson, like I said, this guy here is just having a phenomenal season in the last few years. And he's hidden away in Houston. Win today. He understands I go out, I catch touchdowns, we win today, we get a chance to beat New England, we get a chance to get in the playoffs. I can get what I rightfully deserve. So get him in the end zone, help them win the game, and let him get
second guy ever to go back-to-back 1,500-yard seasons. Yeah. Jerry Rice has done it twice. He's the second guy.
And that's a little incredible. Banged up lately as well. So, all right, moving forward, in the words of Ocho Cinco, just listen to this, everybody. Quote, Darrelle Revis couldn't cover me in a brown paper bag on the corner of Manhattan Street inside a phone booth. It's impossible, end quote. Who wins the matchup?
I love that guy.
Coach.
I love that guy. Well, if they were going to play at all today, you think Ocho's going to play? He's going to play one series and come on out, and then he's going to be tweeting over there on the sidelines probably because Darrelle Revis has been terrific all season against the best player on the other team. He's held everybody down. Randy Moss had 5 catches for 30-some yards, was the best output by any receiver. But this is a great matchup of a couple of great Pro Bowlers.
And you love Chad's excitement about playing. I love how he plays the game and how he messes with everybody. But Chad, you guys have gotten here running the football. That's what you do best. And now here's Del Reeves, and he is playing some terrific football. I want to hear. Look at this. Look, this is Chad's tweet.
Reeves Island.
Reeves Island.
It's a nice
place to visit, but it's too small and nothing covers. You're there. In your truck, man.
He's Showtime. You got to love that guy.
You got to love him for the game.
Absolutely. He also said if you don't watch this game on Sunday night, you have no life.
None.
So I'll be watching the game, Ocho Cinco.
Yes, we will.
That was Who Will Play Inspire today, presented by the Lexus 2010 LS line. Michael and Coach are now going to turn those inspiring picks into game picks, winners and losers, Spiro.
Stacey, thanks, guys. Come on over. We'll pick some of the key games today with the most postseason implications hanging in the balance. And we'll begin with the game that decides the NFC East crown. Philadelphia going to Dallas. A little deja vu from last season, last weekend.
It is, but it's in Dallas. But I like Philadelphia only because they are the hottest team in the NFC, as I listen to my co-workers tell me.
I'm going to pick Dallas. They're at home. They've already beaten Philly this year once, haven't they? And they've got it all on the line. I'm going to pick Dallas.
I got to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. The double move on 3rd and 14 will not go down today, Miles Austin.
Yeah, but boy, it's a lot at stake here, especially with the seeding. And I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys have won one game already, and they match up well with the Philadelphia Eagles, like they match up well with the Saints because they have a plethora of cornerbacks.
Who you picking?
You know who I'm picking.
Okay.
All right, just say it for the people.
Or we stay with you. The Packers.
Cowboys.
Packers going to Arizona. Two teams that potentially could face off again wild card weekend in the playoffs.
Yeah, boy, and you know, and this is a tough game, one of the best games of the day, and I'm going to take the Packers in this game. Just Packers with that running game and the passing game that they have, I think it'll be a little too much for Arizona.
I'm going to take Arizona. Charles Woodson can't cover all three of the guys that they're going to deploy. Kurt Warner, these guys will be upright and they'll throw it all over the place.
Yeah, these guys could end up playing again next week, but I don't care if they play in the frozen tundra or in Arizona. I'm going to pick the Green Bay Packers. I think they, too, are a very hot team. They've won 6 out of the last 7 games.
I'm going with Arizona only because the Green Bay Packers let Ben Roethlisberger throw for 500 yards. Kurt Warner will have a day.
Sapp says the U-Haul is packed in Oakland, but do the Ravens have any chance? Or the Oakland Raiders have any chance
to play spoilers today? Anytime you play the game, you have a chance, but I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens.
Who have the Raiders beaten this year? They've beaten Philadelphia, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Denver. You never know which Raider team's going to show up. I'm picking Baltimore.
I'm taking Baltimore, no doubt about it.
Yeah, nobody packs the bus. Like, I'm taking Baltimore.
Cincinnati going to New York to take on the Jets.
You know what? Without their starters, Cincinnati still has a chance to win this football game. Because what? Let's say Cedric Benson, who comes in the game. Larry Johnson. You got the young quarterback who will be shell-shocked. I'm taking Cincinnati to win this game.
All hands on deck, rest Ryan, get the troops, they win this one.
Yeah, the Jets, you know, against some of the backups, best rushing team in the league and the best defense, too.
There'll be a Palmer playing and it won't be Carson Palmer. I'm going with the Jets in this game.
Guys, real quick, Chiefs-Broncos.
I'm going with the Broncos. This is one of those games that, boy, they fight to the end, but the Broncos will win this game.
The Broncos pounded them in Kansas City already this year. Now they're going to be without some players. Still, I'm taking Denver.
This team's going to rebel against Josh today. Take Kansas City.
I'm taking Denver.
Boy, that would be
Lone Wolf. I like it.
Big news. The Kansas City Chiefs sitting at just 3-12, getting set to take on the Denver Broncos. NFL Game Day morning rolls towards kickoff. Stay with us.
To play or not to play? That was the question Indianapolis answered last week. But was benching Peyton's Army the right decision? Our experts debate. And
we don't look back, we only look forward.
With the pain of last season's Week 17 disaster still fresh in the Cowboys' memory, can Dallas sweep the Eagles in Big D today for the first time since '05 and usurp the NFC East crown? The answer when NFL Game Day morning returns.
Hey, baby, we've been waiting for this moment right here all season long.
This is what we want. This is our playoffs right here. Starts today, baby. Don't wait to get hit in the mouth to start a fight. Go out there and start a fight early. Between you and you, let's change it today. Let's do what we do best on 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo! That's a big time play right there, baby. It's all right, we'll get it right back. Let's go, D. Let's get right here. Tonight. It's on. They cannot cover us. Who's gonna make the play? No excuses, no explanations. Hey, way to run that thing. Get us on the ball. Where'd he go? Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Everything worked out good. Merry Christmas.
Hey, any win's great, man. Any win's great. I don't care what they look like.
Hell of a week. We set out what we was going to do. We got that hat and T-shirt. But for now, how do we feel about a hat and T-shirt and a Victory Monday?
Hey, Wes.
You got some pretty important reasons to eat better. So now, 23 Campbell's Chunky Soups have 100% lean meat and a full serving of vegetables. A man's got to eat. He just wants to eat better. Campbell's Chunky.
The NFL and United Way are committed to doing something about childhood obesity. That's why we're encouraging every kid to get in their daily requirement of play. At least 60 minutes of exercise and play every day. NFL Play 60 and United Way. Join the movement at NFLRush.com.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event, now through January 4th. Special lease offers now available on the 2010 RX 350.
Sunday night, the playoffs are on the line. Win, and the Jets are in. Can they save their season? Bengals, Jets, only on NBC.
Physical education is disappearing from schools across America. That's why NFL Network has created Keep Gym in School. Improving facilities, funding teachers' salary, and inspiring kids toward a lifetime of fitness. Don't let gym disappear. Keep gym in school. Go to keepgyminschool.com.
If you are a diabetic and concerned about maintaining your healthy blood glucose levels, please stay tuned to this important message. A market trial offer is starting now for a revolutionary breakthrough in natural blood sugar management called Glymatrol, and you're eligible to try it free for 30 days. We are looking for 200 callers to receive a free trial, so call immediately. 1-800-417-2943. The ups and downs you experience from naturally fluctuating blood sugar levels can be frustrating. Clinical studies of the key ingredients in Glymatrol have shown these ingredients to be effective in supporting healthy glucose management. And now this new formula is being released to the general public. Your area has been selected to try it right now for free. The first 200 callers are guaranteed participation in the trial. Call immediately to find out how to receive your free 30-day trial. Phone lines are open now. 1-800-417-2943. 1-800-417-2943.
All I want is for you to stick around. We're hot, everybody.
It's our house tonight, baby. Seize the moment. Seize the moment.
Hainer drops back under pressure. Lost the football. The Jets scramble for it. Touchdown. Firing end zone. Touchdown.
He dropped it.
Derek Mason had it and he dropped the ball.
Going for a roller. Chanel. Touchdown. They win it.
Snowy and frigid Ralph Wilson Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. The Colts in town to take on the Bills today. And a question, how much Peyton Manning
Why is he outside?
will the Bills see in the winter elements?
That's the only work he gets.
Big chomping at the bit to get back to work. Meantime, Reliance Stadium in Houston, the Patriots. Actually, Hines Ward as the Steelers get set to take on the Dolphins there. South Florida site where two teams clearly desperate for a win to have any chance at the NFL postseason.
Like the quarterback there.
And here is Reliance Stadium.
That's
where we get set. Matt Shaw.
Right there.
What an incredible season the Bills had leading the Texans.
Ooh.
New England Patriots in town.
As the big daddy, Vince Wilfork, inactive for this game.
Oh, you got a jury on. I see you blinging, big fella. Fun to you.
Fun to you. That's where he's from.
Fun to you. That's a space eater.
And inside the Metrodome, temperatures nice and comfy at 70 degrees. Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Not much to play for today, but try to play the role of spoilers as the Vikings. That man, Brett Favre,